Hey, what's up ladies and gents, SpoonyPizzas here, back with another eFootball 2024 video. Today we're looking at Xabi Alonso's Bayer Leverkusen tactics that's been much requested on the channel. So it's a 3-4-3 and I'm going to talk you through what they do and how that looks on the pitch. So first off, I just want to touch on the manager that I've got. It is a possession-based style. This ensures the high press that the Bayer Leverkusen play. He likes to play with his gegenpress style. It's a mix of styles, really. If you look at it, it's sort of Jurgen Klopp's pressing with Pep Guardiola's sort of positional play. It's a very nice blend, but he's got his own little interpretations and rotation. I think there's like a little bit of Johan Cruyff there as well in terms of the way the players move around. So yeah, that's what I'm going to talk about today. And yeah, so we've got the formation, we've got the manager, we've got the play style, which is possession based, like I said, and there's no individual instructions for this. So let me just talk to you about this formation and tactics, and the player play styles are key to making this work. If you don't have the right play styles in the right positions, it's not going to work. So you have to take that into consideration. So for Bayer Leverkusen, actually their ball playing centre back is their left back, the left side of the centre back, but I haven't got a left footed centre back, so I went with Martinez here. So De Jong is actually going to be my playmaking centre back. Going forward, we have a anchor man in Rodri sitting here, and Camavinga, who's an orchestrator. So you've got two pivots, okay, and one will sit generally a little bit further ahead during the attacking phase, which is Camavinga. Camavinga is going to advance a little bit further forward. He's going to operate sort of higher up the pitch in these areas, whereas Rodri will sit back and protect the defence. And that's how Bayer Leverkusen operate. Now the key part for the next bit, or this is a really key part to be honest, is the right wing forward, left wing forward and support striker positions are all hold players. Okay, there's a reason for this. So the wide players tend to break into the box, almost acting as strikers in some instances. We've seen Frimpong get on the, he scored a goal the other day. He was literally in the 6-yard box. So they will cut in. And the most important thing is this 5 will be right in across the box. You'll have so much threat going forward. And basically, all these 5 players attacking the penalty box as Bayer Leverkusen do. And what you're going to see is Xabi and Griezmann during the early transition of the phase from sort of defence to midfield, they will drop back. They will drop back looking for the ball, but as soon as you get into the final third, these two will be breaking into the box to support your striker. Now, when it came to the striker, you want someone sort of mobile, probably more mobile than Ruben Nistelrooy. He's a fox in the box, and I want to try a few different variations today to see what's best, and I'll let you know at the end of this video which is the best play style for the striker. He is a fox in the box. It does kind of work because they play with a target man, but he's a very, very sort of nimble target man. He's very quick on the, quick with his feet. So it's very hard to sort of mimic that in eFootball because there's not really many players who are target men, but also quick across the ground. That was the hardest thing for me. I think Thuram from Inter Milan as a dummy runner might work, which is what I want to try in this video as well. So we're going to try, I'm going to show you Ruben Nistelrooy because he does act as a really, really good link player. You can launch the ball up to him because they do go direct sometimes. They, like I said, they mix styles. Generally, most of their goals come through 1-2 through the middle, but they will go direct on the odd occasion, direct into their striker because he is a target man and he can look for knockdowns for these two here. And that's how they play on the counter-attack. They just basically leave those 3 up front during the defensive phase, and you're going to see that in this video. So with the possession-based style, you are going to have plenty of the ball, and with this formation and tactic, you can have a lot of options to pass to. And I have to say, the Camavinga build, I cannot wait to show you guys that one because honestly, he is exceptional and he really does play. He's probably the best orchestrator that I've got in my team right now, and he can do everything. He can do the defensive side of things, he can do the offensive side of things, but here I'm just looking to pull their team out of shape, push them up the field, or draw them onto me up the field before I can hit them on the counter, and then a couple of passes and it's in the back of the net from Ruben Nistelrooy. So from crosses, what you're going to find is Rodri's going to be deeper into the box, but you're going to find Camavinga, who's your orchestrator, prevent any sort of shots raining in from the edge of the box. Remember how I said the whole players will drop deep, and this is where they're going to be roughly when you start your counter attacks. So they are going to drop deep there, but they're also not going to sprint forward as well. Look at Griezmann here, going to receive the ball. Look how deep he is, and that's your whole player. But as you move into your opponent's half of the pitch, that's when your players or your whole players will then move forward, as you can see there, both alongside the top of the penalty box. Before I make any tactical video, I always do a lot of research beforehand using the likes of Statman Dave, The Athletic, Tifo, and also Football Made Simple. And what you're seeing here is a real life football match with the image which is reversed just to make it easier on the eye for when you transitions over to eFootball, which it's going to do right now. So you're going to see a lot of similarities. The only difference here is the backline is a little bit more jagged in eFootball in comparison to the real life match, but other than that, all the other player positions are very, very similar, if not identical. One of the beautiful things about Xabi Alonso's tactics is there's always plenty of players to pass to, always players open to receive the ball, and that's what you're seeing here. Always people running across. Look at this, my orchestrator running all the way across to the left hand side to support, and then look how Camavinga then finds a pocket of space. Just watch this. There he goes, into that little pocket of space before he plays the ball around the corner. Now I want you to see this 5 across the front line, and you're seeing that replicated in the actual real life match. And you can see the player just behind, which is where Camavinga sits. Now you may come across tactical styles which drop back quite quickly, like long ball counter for example, so players will rush back, and that can be quite stifling. So make sure you go back to your defenders, and what that's going to do is it's going to pull their forward line forward. Then midfield's going to push up a little bit as well, and what that's going to do is create pockets of space in between defense and midfield, and also midfield and attack, and that's going to give your players room to perhaps try and create better chances and create and build through their lines much easier. Now if your opponent is playing with a high press like we're seeing here, then make sure you use your double pivots. So I'll be playing the ball into Rodri here and then into Camavinga. So both your pivots, use those and utilize those. And then Camavinga, look, just keep your eye on Camavinga here. Look at the run he's made into the box. And honestly, his build is stellar. Absolutely brilliant. I can't wait to show you more in this video. And I will show you and show you his build in another video as well, because he is free. He's one of the nominated contract players at the minute. But look at this. This is just so slick. You can just literally pass teams to death, and those whole players in those wide areas are so deadly. They hang out wide in the early phase of the attack, but they will break into the box when the opportunity is right. And you're going to see that once more here. Look, offering himself in that wide position. I mean, Bayer Leverkusen don't score that often from crosses, but there's one. And here we lose the ball, but look how quickly we regain it back, and that is due to that very, very high press. And what I want you to notice this time is, remember I said about the wingers tucking in? Look at that. He's tucking in, getting into the 6-yard box, and that's what Frimpong did in the recent match. Now, whilst the lowest percentage of Bayer Leverkusen goals are from crosses, you are actually going to find with this formation and tactic in eFootball, you are going to score a number of goals from crosses, especially low-driven ones once you get into the box like you're seeing here. And this formation and tactic is just beautiful to use and play in eFootball right now. It's good for keeping hold of the ball, good ball retention ability, very, very easy. I would say this would be ideal for manual players because the players aren't too bunched up either. So there is some nice space, because I find if you try to play a sort of tick-attacker close range style, that can be quite tricky on Fuma for the most players. So I would recommend this formation for Fuma players, definitely. And if you don't know what Fuma is, it is full manual. So basically every pass and shot is controlled manually. Wherever you aim on the left stick is where the ball is going to go. And one of the good things about the Bayer Leverkusen and Alonso style is he does incorporate that sort of gegenpressing style. And that's exactly what you're going to see here with the possession-based style in eFootball. That is going to give you counter-pressing abilities. So you're going to be pressing high up the pitch with your front line, especially with that 5 up front. You are going to lose the ball, but if they haven't got any sort of out balls themselves, they're going to turn back into trouble possibly and give able to nick the ball back and score. Now I did try Ruud van Nistelrooy, who is a fox in the box, and Thuram from Inter Milan, who's a dummy runner, and they both have their pros and cons. I would say Nistelrooy is brilliant for getting on the end of crosses. He's also able to link play, so any long balls from the goalkeeper he's able to knock down and build your attacks. You can comfortably chip the ball into him as well and hold it up quite nicely. But in terms of like latching onto through balls, that's not really his game, to be honest. He can do it, but he's much better on the end of sort of these crosses that you're seeing here. And also, like I said, those long balls from the goal kick, which we'll see in a moment. But here's Thuram just linking the play. And what I found with him is he runs the channels better. He has some nice sort of crossover with the two support strikers. So he's got a little bit more dynamic movement. And they're far more interchangeable. So in a way, I kind of really like the dummy runner instead of the fox in the box. But like I said, the fox in the box and Ruud van Nistelrooy is very hard to ignore. But here you go, Thuram getting on the end of that one. Like I say, with Ruud van Nistelrooy, you can just launch the ball up to him from goal kicks. You can knock it down and then you can start your attacks. So it just depends on the benefits of what you're looking for really, and what you prefer, and your sort of style of play is perhaps going to dictate that. Well, before I go, I just want to say thank you to everyone. I recently hit 80,000 subscribers, so thank you to each and every single one of you who supported over the years or days or weeks or months. I don't care what it is, every single one of you has been absolutely immense. Thank you so much. And if you do like this video, then please consider smashing the like button, because it's going to help me grow and you're going to help see more videos like this and take my time to sort of do the analysis and research of these formations and tactics. So any likes would be greatly appreciated, because these videos do take quite some time to put together. Anyway, that's all for me, ladies and gents. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't already done so, please subscribe. Until next time guys, take care and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.